Hello, happy Tuesday. The first Tuesday of 2024, right? Yep, absolutely. So that means it is the first ATI-TEAS Jeopardy game of 2024. Amen. Ain't God good? How y'all doing today? How was your New Year's? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We are about to get started with ATI-TEAS Jeopardy. If you've never played before, that is okay. Welcome. It's always a first time for everything. This is our free and fun review for anyone taking their entrance exam. So if you're taking the ATI-TEAS, the HESI A2, the NLN PACS, the Kaplan, there's a whole bunch out there. Most commonly, it's the ATI-TEAS and HESI. So if you're taking either one of those in order to get into your nursing program, this is where you should be. All right. We are going to do a free and fun review of basic math, reading, science, and English in order to prep for those nursing school entrance exams, such as TEAS and HESI. Okay. All right, hello. I am Nurse Sam. Welcome again to ATI-TEAS Jeopardy, the first one of 2024. Has anyone ever played ATI-TEAS Jeopardy before? Or are you a first timer? Let me know in the comments if you're a first timer. I'm going to give you guys the rundown of our instructions so that we can go ahead and get playing in the game. All right, so this is Jeopardy style ATI-TEAS/HESI review. These are our categories: math, reading, science, and English. Within the science category, you're going to have the ABCs of science, as I like to call it: anatomy and physiology, biology, and chemistry. Okay, that's going to be our basic comprehensive review. Okay, we have five options. Yeah, 5 options per category, ranging from 100 points to 500 points. And we're just going to play a fun little mix of them. We're not going to play all 20, but we're going to play a good little bit so you guys can get a good gist of how to play. And if you want to play the full game, then you can go ahead and sign up for campnursingschool.com. It is free. It's an online community for nursing students to learn and grow together, basically. And that's going to be our rules. And plus, because it's Jeopardy style, you have to answer as if it was Jeopardy style. So you're going to have to say what is and then whatever the answer is. So if you think the answer is 2, you're going to say what is 2. If you think it's 1, what is 1? Okay, you don't have to put the whole answer choice, just put the number of it. Okay, if you have any further questions, just go ahead and ask as we go through it. But of course, we're playing for points. So when I choose like math 200 or science 100, that's going to be the amount of points that you can possibly win. And the first person on my screen in the comments to answer first and correctly using what is going to be the winner of those points. Okay, as we know, the ATI-TEAS HESI entrance exam is not Jeopardy style, so you don't have to say what is on the real thing. This is just our free and fun way of doing that, so it's not so scary and daunting, and we're just gamifying it. Okay, so are you guys ready to play? Give me a thumbs up if you are ready. In the comments if you are ready to play ATI-TEAS Jeopardy. Make sure you guys like this, share this with someone that is preparing to apply to nursing school that may want a free practice or review. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up, so let's get started. All right, so yeah, share this with anyone that may want a free review. And we will go, sorry for that. Well, let's go with first category. Let's do science. Science for 400. If it's a little cut off at the beginning, I apologize, but it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the answer choices. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next to the 4 answer choices right here. Okay, so I'm going to read it out loud. You don't have to wait for me to read it. Read it, answer it. If you know what the answer is, we're going to do it together. All right, so this is science for 400 points. What is the name of this compound? CO. Is it 1, carbonate oxide, 2, carbonic dioxide, 3, carbonic monoxide, or 4, carbon monoxide? What is our answer? What is our answer? Remember, first person to say what is and then the correct answer on my screen is going to win those points. If you don't answer first, but you still answer correct, it's perfectly fine. As long as you're getting it correct, that's the whole point of the game. You're really winning. Okay, so let's see what you guys are saying. I'm seeing 2, which is carbonic dioxide. I'm seeing 4, which is carbon monoxide. 4s, 4s, 4s. Let's see what our answer is. All right. And the answer to Science for 400 is, drumroll please, what is 4, carbon monoxide? Let me move my head 1 second. There we go. There we go. All right, so yes, the answer is what is 4, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. I think some of you read the answer choices a little too fast. But if you didn't, great job. If you got what is 4, awesome job. It is carbon monoxide. First person on my screen to answer that correctly was Bree. Hey, Bree. You won those points. I'm just going to respond to Bree. Great job. Yes, you won those points, hon. So Bree is now on the scoreboard with 400 points. All right. At the end, whoever has the highest amount of points is going to win a special prize. I'll let you guys know what that is at the end. All right, so let's get into the rationale, and this is the most important part, okay? It says the naming of compounds focuses on the second element in a chemical compound. Elements from the non-metal category are written with an "ide" at the end, that suffix, "ide." The compound CO has 1 carbon and 1 oxygen, the C and the O. So it's called carbon monoxide. All right, remember that prefix that also means 1 singular mono. All right, so there's 1 oxygen monoxide for that. All right, so the other choices says choice 2 represents that there are 2 oxygen atoms, which was carbon, I think carbonic something. And choices 1, 2, and 3 are all incorrectly named after the first element, which should again remain as carbon. So the answer is what it's for. Great job. Awesome job. So you guys ready for the next one? Everybody got that? If you didn't get this answer correct, like I said, make sure you are paying attention to the rationale. That's the most important part. It's like your mini lesson inside your practice question. So make sure you are screenshotting if you need to, taking down notes if you need to make sure you understand and comprehend that content. All right. That was a chemistry science question. So let's go ahead and move on to our next question. And we're going to let's do math for 200. Math for 200. Move my head. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and read it. It says you want to buy a shirt for $28, a pair of pants for $42, and a belt for $18 at a clothing store. It's giving Sheen. Okay. You have a coupon for $12 to use on your own or on your purchase. Which of the following is the best estimate for how many dollars you actually need to spend? Is it 1, $80, 2, $70, 3, $76, or 4, $90? All right. Test taking strategy tip. Whenever you are going through a question, especially if it's math, make sure you read through it one good time and then go back and kind of take note of the individual values that you need to know to answer the actual question and what it's actually asking you. Okay. Now on the TEAS, HESI, whatever entrance exam, you will have a calculator. There's most likely going to be like a little calculator within the program on the computer. Just like there's a calculator on our computers. It's going to be like that. It's a very basic calculator. All right. So what is our answer? So we have a shirt for $28, a pair of pants for $42, and a belt for $18. All right. Then we have a coupon for $12. So how many dollars estimated Are we going to actually spend? Let's look and see what the answer is. All right. And this was math for 200. The answer is, what is one, or A, $80. The answer is $80. Let's see who got that one. What is one, $80? Kayla. Kayla's the first person to say, what is 80? So great job, Kayla. You now have 200 points. All right, so you are right behind Bree on the scoreboard. Bree still has 400, and you, Kayla, now have 200. All right, more questions to go, more points to earn, more prizes to win. All right, so let's get into this rationale. It says, remember, when estimating, it is important to round prior to performing the operations, not after. So before adding the three numbers, we can round each dollar amount to the nearest tens place to find our estimate. The value of the number is the ones place value for 28, so it rounds up to 30. For 42, it is the 2, so it rounds down to 40. For the 18, it's the 8, so that rounds up to 20. And for the 12, it's the 2, so that rounds down to 10. So we're going to add that and then subtract the coupon, the value of the coupon, from the total rounded purchase. And that's going to look like 80 plus 40 plus 20 minus 10 to equal 80 estimated dollars. Makes sense? Great job to everyone that got what is 80? A lot of people, if you didn't get this one, it's fine. Do not beat yourself up. I'd much rather you get it incorrect with me on a random Tuesday night than on your actual TEAS or HESI, whatever exam. Just want to make sure you are practicing, because that's how you progress, especially with these types of tests. It's a comprehensive test of everything that you learned from grade school on. So this is just a great way to review, and honestly, it's the best way to review since you've already learned it previously. All right, so note the rationale, and let's move on to the next question. So we've done science, we've done math. Let's do reading. Let's do reading. All right, this is reading for 100 points. It says, after reading To Kill a Mockingbird, Louise has been asked to write an expository piece that explores the life, significant achievements, and societal impact of Harper Lee, the book's author. Which of the following sources would yield the most information about the author? Is it 1, a dictionary, 2, a newspaper article about the author, 3, a study guide for To Kill a Mockingbird, or 4, a biographical account. A biographical account. That's number 4. So which of these 4 sources would yield the most information about the author? All right. Louise, our sweet sis Louise, is writing an expository piece. All right. About the life, accomplishments, and all that great stuff of Harper Lee. What sources would yield the most information about the author? All right, I see 4, lots of 4s, lots and lots of 4s, which is a biographical account. Let's see who got the answer first and who got it correct. I see a majority 4, so we either got it all right or all wrong, but at least we're in there together, okay? So the answer for English for 100 is... No, this is reading. I'm sorry. Reading for 100. There we go. What is for a biographical account? Great job. It is 4. It is definitely 4. We're going to go and get in the rationale. Let's see who won those points first. And that is going to be Ebony Patrice, who answered what is D first. So Ebony, great job. You are now on the scoreboard with 100 points. 100 points. Great job. Awesome. Now, let's read the rationale. Again, the most important piece. It says, to find the correct answer, ask what yields the most information and is relevant to the task at hand, which is finding out about Harper Lee. A dictionary's main purpose is to define words, provide tenses, and establish pronunciation. A newspaper article might offer some information about Harper Lee, but it would be limited in scope to a specific topic or time period. A study guide would focus on literary elements of To Kill a Mockingbird, not Harper Lee's life. And a biography would be the most comprehensive. It would cover the author from birth to death and touch on topics such as upbringing, significant achievements, and societal impacts. So the answer is, what is 4? A biographical account. Bonus question. What is it called when it is a biographical account about someone's life and that person writes it themselves? So what is the name for a biographical account that is written by the subject at hand? An autobiography. Great job. Awesome job. Great job. All right. Now let's get into our next question. Okay. All right. Then we did reading, science, math. Let's do an English. Yes, let's do an English. This one's English for 300. English for 300. All right. Go ahead and read through. For anyone that's new, welcome. I'm Nurse Sam, your host of ATI TEAS Jeopardy, our free and fun review for anyone taking the nursing school entrance exams, either the ATI TEAS, HESI, or any others. All right, we are going through our 4 main categories, which is math, science, reading, and English. And we are, of course, playing for points because I love to gamify everything. All right, now let's get into our question. Remember, if you want those points, to answer as in Jeopardy style. So you have to say what is and then the answer. All right, so this question reads, what type of sentence is the following sentence? Nancy also felt the party was too crowded, but the hosts, who relied so much on her, would have been hurt if she had not attended. Is it 1, a simple sentence, 2, a complex sentence, 3, a compound sentence, or 4, a compound complex sentence? What type of sentence is the following sentence? And it reads it. Okay. When it comes to English and especially, English and reading, but especially English, you have to really make sure that you are reading slowly. You're not rushing because you have to really notice the not the commentary, but you have to really notice the what is the word? I'm drawing a blank. I think it starts with A. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart so bad. Punctuation, Jesus. Yes. All right. So what is our answer? I'm seeing lots of 4s, which is compound complex. But let's get into what that answer is first. Was this English? All right, and so the answer for this one is, this type of sentence is a compound complex. So the answer is what is 4? That is the correct answer. What is 4? Compound complex. Ooh, that was a good one. Let's see what you guys are saying. First person to answer what is D is Ebony Patrice again. All right, Ebony Patrice, I see you. You had 100 points from that last question. Now you just got another 300 points added. So you now have 400 points and you're tied with Miss Bree for first place. All right, and Kayla, you are still second place with 200 points. All right, we still have questions. We still have points. So there's still time for anyone to win. Now let's get into the rationale. It says this is a compound complex sentence because it contains two independent clauses plus dependent clauses. All right, this is one of my favorite types of rationales because it goes through and it gives you the definitions of all the other choices so that just in case you get the same type of question, but maybe the answer isn't compound complex, maybe the answer is simple. It also gives you the definition to simple so that you can so you know about this whole topic just in case you get the same type of question. All right, so we just learned that the answer was what is for compound complex. Now let's go through the definitions of the other ones. It says a simple sentence is a single independent clause. A complex sentence consists of one independent clause and one dependent clause, such as after she went to the party, comma, she went home. And then a compound sentence consists of two independent clauses connected by a conjunction, like she went to the party and then she went home. Okay, so those are the definitions for all the other types of sentences. But the answer to this particular question, English for 300, was what is for compound complex because it contained two independent clauses plus dependent clauses. Okay. All right. Next question. Let's do another science. Let's do another science. Science for 300. What are groups of cells that perform the same function called? 1, tissues. 2, plastids. 3, organs. Or 4, molecules. Make sure you answer what is if you want the points. If you don't want the points and you're just here for a fun review, then just say what the answer is. Everyone is welcome. What is the answer to this question? Groups of cells that perform the same function. What is that called? Tissues, plastids, organs, or molecules? What is our answer? Move ahead. What is our answer? Groups of cells that perform the same function. What are you guys saying? I see A. I see 1A, tissues. Someone said molecules. All right, let's see. I'm seeing majority A or 1, which is tissues. Let's see what our answer is. And drum roll, please. The answer for science for 300 is, what is 1 or A? Tissues. All right. Groups of cells that perform the same function are called tissues. And groups of tissues form organs. And a group of organs form what? A group of organs forms what? Body system, correct. Then it says plastids such as chloroplasts, right? That name's in there. They're double membrane bound organelles that help manufacture and store food. Molecules are 2 or more atoms joined together by chemical bonds. So the answer for this one is science is what is 1, tissues. Okay. Need more science questions on TikTok from the TEAS test. You got it. More science. I got you. All right. So the first person to answer that correctly was Harjot. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but Harjot, you got 300 points. So you are now on the scoreboard. Great job and congratulations. Great job to everyone else that got the answer correct. Whether you were first, second, ninth, it doesn't matter. As long as you answer the question correctly, it means you comprehend the material. And that's really what the goal is of this whole thing. All right. So let's go into our next question. Let's do a math. No, let's do another science really quick. Can you guys even read that? I'm not sure. Is it too long? I'm going to read it. It says, this is science for 100 points. It says genetic information is contained in DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid molecules, which are primarily located in the nuclei of most organisms. Each DNA molecule has a double helix shape and consists of two strands connected by base pairs at regular intervals. Which of the following best describes how bases are paired in DNA molecules? Is it 1, adenine always pairs with thymine and guanine always pairs with cytosine? Is it 2, adenine always pairs with guanine and thymine always pairs with cytosine? Is it 3, adenine always pairs with uracil and guanine always pairs with cytosine? Or is it 4, adenine always pairs with guanine and uracil always pairs with cytosine? What is our answer? I'm seeing a bunch of people say A or 1. A or 1, which is adenine always pairs with thymine. I'm thinking about the herb. Thymine and guanine always pairs with cytosine. That's what majority of you guys are saying. I was just about to say, what do we know about uracil? Let's go ahead and get into the answer, and then I will get into my questions. All right, so majority of you guys said A, or what is 1? So let's see what our answer is. And it is what is 1. Adenine always pairs with thymine and guanine always pairs with cytosine. Okay. The adenine is usually abbreviated as A, thymine as T, guanine as G, and cytosine as C. All right, those are the 4 bases in DNA. Uracil actually replaces thymine and RNA, and uracil is RNA specific. So you will never find uracil in DNA, just ever. Okay. So if uracil replaces thymine and RNA, and we know that thymine and adenine go together, then we also know that in RNA, the actual pair wouldn't be A to T, it would be A to U. So adenine and uracil. All right, so the answer to this one was AT, adenine with thymine, guanine with cytosine, GC. Okay. A fun way that I remember it. Yay! I saw that. I hope y'all pass. Don't give up. I made it into nursing school. Awesome job. All right. So thank you so much. That was so nice. This is how I remember the base pairs. TikTok don't ban me and don't block me, but I remember it as like ass and titties, A and T. It goes together like ass and titties. And then G and C is like good cookies. We're just going to use cookies for the C, but that's how I remember it. It goes together like peanut butter and jelly. A and T for ass and titties, and then G and C for good cookies. That's me. That's just me. You remember how you want to. Someone said apples and trees and cars and cars. That's so wholesome. Mine was not wholesome. Mine was not wholesome at all. Yours is way more wholesome. Whatever works for you, whatever rocks your boat. That's the whole point of memory tricks. Whatever works for your memory. But that's how I remember it. But great job. All right. The person that got this one first was Harjot. Congrats again. You're already on the scoreboard with 300 points, and you just got another 100. So you now have 400. Great job. All right. Awesome job to everyone that got the answer correct, which was majority of you. Let's go ahead and move on to a math question. Here we go. Math for 300. So 300 points. All right. It says 35% of a paycheck was deducted for taxes and 4% for insurance. What is the total percentage taking out of the paycheck? Is it A, 20%, B, 31%, C, 39%, or D, 42%? This is a very adulthood question. This question screams adulting. This is what they call a real life application of a math problem, okay? 35% of a paycheck was deducted for taxes. Ooh wee. And then 4% for insurance. So what's that total percentage that's being taken out of your good hard-earned money? Okay? Is it 20%, 31%, 39%, or 42%? I'm saying 3 or C, but basically 39%. Everyone's saying the same thing for that one. So let's see what that answer is. All right, that was math for 300. The answer is 3 or C, 39%. All right, remember they were looking for the total percentage. So when that word total is used, often you're being asked to find the sum of two things. All right, they gave us the percent of taxes that were taken out, which was 35%, and then 4% for insurance. So 35 plus 4 equals 39. 39% of your money is going elsewhere. It is not coming to you. All right, so yes, that's 39%. Great job. First person to answer that one correctly was Bautista Joel. I remember you. Welcome back. And congrats. You're now on the scoreboard with 300 points. All right. We still have Bree, Ebony, and now Harjot tied for first place with 400 points, actually. So it's getting pretty close. All right, Kayla, you still have 200, and Bautista, you just got on the scoreboard with 300. So you're not too far behind. All right. How you guys doing? Are you guys enjoying this? Are you learning a lot? Let me know in the comments if you are feeling this, if this is a fun review, if you want more questions, if you want me to keep it coming. Yes, you're loving it? Awesome. Perfect. I love that you guys are loving it. That's why I do it. Let's move on to another question. All right. Let's do... Let's do math for 400. We did all the reading. Science. Math for 400. It says 2 even integers and 1 odd integer are multiplied together. Which of the following could be their product? Is it A, 3.75, B, 9, C, 16.2, or D, 24? Two even integers and 1 odd integer are multiplied together. So which of the following could be their product? The product is a result of multiplication. Okay. What is our answer? I'm seeing D. I'm seeing a B. Well, yeah, D, which is 24. I'm seeing C, which is 16.2. I'm seeing B, which is 9, more 9s, more 24s, and I'm seeing an A, which is 3.75. Okay. I'm seeing a little bit of everything. The bougie shop, do you help with patho? I do. I help with actual NCLEX and nursing school questions on Thursdays. On Tuesdays, it's for TEAS and HESI and anything pre-nursing entrance exam wise. And then on Thursdays, we do NCLEX Jeopardy, same time, same place, but on Thursdays. All right, let's look and see what that answer is because I'm getting B's, C's, and D's pretty much. All right. B's, C's, and D's. So remember, we have two even integers and an odd integer. Okay, let's look and see what that answer is. This is math for 400. And the answer is what is D, 24? What is D, 24? What time Tuesdays? 7 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're here at 7 p.m. both days. So the answer is what is D, 24? Okay. Remember, we had two positive integers and one negative integer. It says integers include all positive and negative whole numbers and the number 0. All right, so the product of three integers must be an integer. We know that from our integer rules, right? If you have the ATI TEAS bundle, you remember that page from our math study kit about the integer rules, right? So you knew this. It says the product of three integers must be an integer, so you can eliminate any answer choice that is not an integer. So that 16.2, that in the, I think A, which was 3.75, you can eliminate those because those are not integers. All right, remember, you have to be a whole number, positive or negative, including 0, to be an integer. And if it had a decimal, that's not an integer. So we can cross A and C out. All right. And then finally we have, it says the product of two even integers is even. For example, 2 and 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 8's an even number. And then the product of even and odd integers is even. Even and odd, let's take 1 and 3. I'm sorry, what? 1 and 2. That's going to give you 2, which is even. So the only even choice is 24. The other choice was, what was the other choice? I forgot. The other choice to that question was 9. There we go. There you go. Okay, see? So A and C, cross that out because those were not integers. B was an odd number. D is an even number. Okay, so we know that with two even integers and an odd, even and even is even Stevens, and even and odd is even. So the only even number was, again, D. Does that make sense? This is the resolution again, the rationale. All right. So let me see who got this one first. And it was Ebony Patrice. Come on, Ebony Patrice. You already have 400 points. You just got another 400 added. So Ebony, you now have 800 points and you are in the lead. Great job. All right. Everybody else that said D, awesome job. Even though you weren't on the scoreboard, you still answered it correct. That means on the TEAS or the HESI, you would answer it correct. And that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal, okay? So great job to you. Awesome, awesome. Again, if you didn't get it correct, that's okay. Just go ahead and screenshot so you know about this rationale and check out the math study kit within the ATI TEAS bundle if you need a little rundown of the integer rules. Okay, now with these things, just like how I told you guys, I plugged in my own numbers so I knew what it was. If you know you have an even and even, just so you don't like get confused and have your head hurting, just plug and play some numbers. Plug in two even numbers so you can see what that result is, and you know that result is even. So that's how you know what that rule is. So just go ahead and plug and play some numbers as far as your even and your odds, and you can go from there. That's a little hack for you. Okay. Where's the TEAS bundle? On the nursesam.com, or you can go to the link in my bio. to get it as well. Let's get into the next question. I think this next question is our last question. I think it's our last. And it is. Okay, the last question was actually reading. All right. We did all the science questions for this week. For today, sorry. We'll have some more next week. And if you want to play the rest of the questions, again, there's 20 questions, new questions every week. We go through about 5 to 10, when we're on live. But if you want to do the whole 20 question practice every week, make sure you sign up for campnursingschool.com. It is free. And that's where you're going to find all the replays and the actual interactive mobile game, so you can play on your own or with a study group, anywhere, anytime, any place. All right. So campnursingschool.com if you want to check that out. Now let's get into this question. It's reading for 200. It says, which of the following is not a possible order to complete steps within the writing process? Is it A, outlining, drafting, proofreading, editing, revising? Is it B, researching, drafting, editing, revising, proofreading? Is it C, brainstorming, proofreading, drafting, revising, editing? Or is it D, pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, then proofreading? Which of the following is not a possible order to complete steps within the writing process? Whenever you have questions like this, when it's like a negative, it's asking you for the wrong answer, it's asking you to identify something that does not belong, you always have to go back and read the question again so you can be reminded that it's asking you that, because it's very easy to read the question and then as you're going through the answer choices, you select which one is right, just because majority of questions you're looking for the correct answer. But in these types of questions, it's really testing your critical thinking to see if you can still remember the fact that it's asking you to identify something that is incorrect. All right. It's even put it in all caps for you. Which one is not a possible order to complete steps within the writing process? So you're looking for the incorrect order. All right. What is that looking like? I'm seeing lots of C's, 3s, So let's see what that answer is. Reading for 200. And drum roll, please. What is 3 or C? Brainstorming, proofreading, drafting, revising, editing. That is the correct answer, which means that was not the correct order sequence. It says it is not possible to complete the proofreading step before the drafting step. All right. Proofreading helps writers correct spelling and grammar issues on the word level. Sorry. This cannot occur if there is no draft to proofread. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? It's not like that. All right. You have to have a draft in order to proofread said draft. Since choices 1, 2, and 4 correctly list a pre-writing step before drafting. It says they follow drafting with some combination of revising, editing, and proofreading, which can occur in any order in the recursive writing process. So that main thing that they were looking at was the order of steps between proofreading and drafting. Okay, or that pre-writing step. So really that drafting part is really what they were looking for. What came before and after drafting? So the correct answer was what is 3, which was the incorrect way to do the writing process, if that makes sense. All right. First person to say what is 3 or C. Trinae McNair. Hello and welcome. for the last question, you got yourself up on the scoreboard. So congratulations. Yes. Congratulations. All right. So yes, the answer is what is 3. So Trinae, you are now on the scoreboard with 200 points. Hold on one second. I be locking my husband out. Sorry. He went to the gym and I locked the door. All right. Yes. So Trinae, you're on the scoreboard with 200 points. This was our last question for tonight's game. But again, if you want to play the full 20 questions, make sure you sign up and join campnursingschool.com. It is a free online community for RN and LPN, LVN nursing students to learn, have fun, and grow. And if you want to play the actual interactive mobile version, you can find the link there as well. All right. Now, if you needed anything to refresh your memory of all the stuff that we talked about, all of the topics, whether it was math, reading, science, English, make sure you check out that ATI TEAS 7 bundle, okay, on thenursesam.com. You can check that out. It's 147 pages, digital, printable, and an amazing resource, especially for my visual learners. Anybody else a visual learner like me? I have to see images, I have to have color, and I have to make it fun in order for me to remember and even want to study, honestly, let alone remember it, retain it, and be able to recall it when I need to. So I incorporated a whole bunch of images, graphics, colors, fun themes to make studying actually entertaining. And that's what I did with all of my study guides, but especially with the ATI TEAS 7. All right, make sure you check that out at thenursesam.com. And if you have not gotten your study gummies, we're about 70% sold out. Do not miss this boat. Do not miss the boat. Do not. Somebody ordered 12 bottles. Somebody ordered 12 bottles. Like the girls are not playing when it comes to their study gummies. If you are struggling with focus and you either have diagnosed or undiagnosed ADHD, or again, like I said, you just have issues and troubles and struggles focusing and concentrating, make sure you check out our study gummies. All right, our Lion's Mane study gummies. All right, these help improve focus, energy. There's no caffeine. It's a vegan formula. It's amazing. I put down my Adderall and pick these up because I don't have any jitters. I don't have that midday crash. My head doesn't hurt afterwards. It doesn't curb my appetite, so I don't eat for the next 2 days and I'm up for the next 3 days. It doesn't do that to me, but it still allows me to get a whole bunch of work done and then just increase that laser focus so I can complete whatever daunting task I didn't want to start in the first place. This is how I did my laundry because I hate doing laundry. Like I can do one part. I can do like the washing and then I'll have to fold another day. Like I can't do it all in one sitting unless I have my study gummies. So if you're like me and you just have some issues and struggles with focusing and concentration and you need to get that together before the new semester or before your entrance exam, make sure you check it out. Again, link in my bio or thenursesam.com. We're shipping out all the orders placed tonight, tomorrow. So if you want that before the end of the week, I suggest you place your order. If you wait any longer, we may be sold out. And last time we were sold out for about 3 months. So do not miss your window. Okay. Do not miss your window. I'm telling you, these will sell out and we're going to be out for a good, we won't restock next until summer semester. We've sold out 3 times before. Ask somebody. That's why this person ordered 12. They're not playing any games. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me for ATI TEAS Jeopardy. If you guys want the NCLEX version, I'll see you on Thursday, same time, same place, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on my TikTok. And then I'll see you right here next week, Tuesday, for the ATI TEAS. All right. I'll see you guys then. And you guys have a great night. Happy New Year.